Okay, here we go. Welcome to the show. Yeah, welcome everybody. It is middle of the week, Wednesday. It's Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby. How are you? Good, I hope. Hope your week's going well. Hope you're having fun. Hopefully you're enjoying everything we've brought you already this week. And hopefully you are enjoying all the fun of our Colour Me Happy anniversary. The big old 4 years young. And we've got lots to celebrate as far as that's concerned. Before we get into this masterclass, which I know lots and lots and lots of you are going to be tuning in for and watching, because there's plenty to learn when it comes to the Ultimate Pro. And certainly a bit of kit if you haven't yet got, you'll be picking up in this show. But if you are shopping anything during this show, or indeed across the event, which runs up until the end of play tomorrow, don't forget you have got your free gift with every spend of 10. Vernon, show him. There he is, my glamorous assistant, Vernon there, who is back in stock, by the way, on the website. You can get your desk vacuums, but he's just showing you your free gift that you'll get with every spend over 10, the sample pack, where you can sample one of our aqua markers, one of our illustrators, and one of our classics, and all you've got to do is spend 10. Great job, buddy. Also, 3 for 2 on selected Spectrum Noir products over on the website, and as you will know if you've been watching this week, there are some absolute gems, some absolute corkers, things like the ink daubers on a 3 for 2. That's my highlight item, but there's loads more. Do have a little bit of a look. You'll see all of the deals right there, and up to 75% off stamps as well for you too. So plenty to be looking out for, plenty to be shopping for, and plenty to get excited about today. We've got a cartload show for you later on, which is going to be immense with the fish, but right now, the show I think you've all been waiting for, one we're going to absolutely love, one that we want you involved in as well. We want questions, we want comments, we want you asking for requests, because she's here, she's back, flown in, specially for you, back by popular demand, all the way from the USA, only dropped in I think at like 9 o'clock this morning, had no sleep, come straight in for your viewing pleasure. Please welcome back the one and only Sara Davies. How are you? You must be tired.
It was 9:30 actually.
Oh,
Plane landed at about 9:25. We were in the car on the way back from the airport about 10 to 10, got home, had a quick shower, zhuzhed the hair, put a bit of makeup on, and I'm ready. I was telling everybody, let me know if you were watching HSN for the craft day. Let me know if you want any of the gossip from the craft day. You know I'm always full of it. Always. But it was brilliant because, I don't know if you know about it, but it was Customer Appreciation Month.
I saw the videos.
So we had 20 customers in the studio. So let me know if the lovely ladies who are in the studio are watching now. Have you got some pictures as well?
We had some pictures. Karen Fisher, who joined you,
she did.
Was there, and she sent in some pictures, and there was her and like a few of her friends who she'd made from Crafters TV, I think.
There is indeed. There was 5 of them. They were talking about it live on the show at one point. It was very exciting.
And I love the fact you were getting all the presenters in as well and getting them in on the party. It looked like a bit of a party going on.
Oh, there was basically it was a massive 3-hour party in Studio B. We were in Studio C and we could hear the rowdiness through the soundproofed walls.
And so much of a party that did you not almost miss the start of a show?
Yes. So yes, I did. It was like running. Did you see it was on social running between the studios? So yes, it was busy. It was manic. It was a phenomenal HSN craft day. Though it was really, really, really big, busy one. So it was fantastic, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. But we had the Ultimate Pro on in the 2 o'clock show, and I was saying when I did it, I had 8 minutes. 8 minutes to try and
8
explain. I mean,
minutes?
come on, 8 minutes. So I said, look, I'm going to be doing a 2-hour masterclass, and literally I have the ultimate, I have a pile of paper, I'm ready to go, I'm going to take questions live on the fly. We've had some questions already emailed in, I have got them all printed out, ready to go.
Wow.
And people were asking specifically about the magic ruler technique.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a bit of card making, bit of envelope making, bit of box making, basic box making. We might go into some slider boxes. We'll cover the magic ruler technique off on that. This will be one of them shows that you want to keep coming back to and re-referencing. I promise it's going to be epic. But it's I'm not going to go fast.
No.
But I'm going to be pacey to try and get as much in as possible.
And you're happy to take more questions and requests, yeah?
Just ask away. Not a problem. Nothing is a problem.
I can't believe like how like bouncy and how, you know, kind of like upbeat you are, considering that you just got off a plane and only sort of dozed.
Yes, but I'm going to be relying on you for the energy. If you bringeth the energy, I will sucketh the energy from across the studio
right.
and keep it going. Because yes, no, you're not sucking, you're blowing. I've got to suck. I'm the.
There you go.
Sorry, I did a bit of over sucking there. Right, yes. Ben, give it the energy. I will take it the energy, guys. You've got this for 2 hours, but no, it's. I just know I basically need to get through the show. Then I can go and basically die in bed tonight.
Yes.
I can go not die, but I can go fall asleep, pass out cold in bed tonight, cuddling the kids because I haven't seen them all weekend.
Aww. Well, listen, you guys bring the energy as well, right? Bring the requests, bring the questions, nothing off limits. If you've never seen this before, you'll have plenty of questions. If you haven't seen this before, I can almost guarantee you'll be buying it. If you have got it and you've never used it, or if you have got it and you've got questions, just ask them. There are no silly questions. Don't be embarrassed to put your hand up, because if you don't know, it's not a silly question. We have got Superstar Susie on the socials as well, keeping you right. Already in is Geraldine saying good afternoon from a sunny Argyll and Butte. I hope you're all well. Polly Coe joins us from Blountstown in Florida, and Rachel Jones looking forward to today's masterclass for lots of ideas and fun with Ben and Sara together. We can promise all of that. Patty Redmond's in Michigan, Carletta Morris in Arkansas, Linda in Wisconsin, and Christine Mahoney says good morning / afternoon. Sara, you did a fab job on HSN and you looked fabulous the whole day.
Oh, well, I will let you into a secret. I did do my hair and makeup and everything at 10 o'clock on Sunday night, and that was the same hair and makeup that had to last me all day.
Wowee.
So it's a wonder I was looking all right come 10 o'clock the next night, I can tell you.
Laurie Barnett says, good morning, crafty friends, Superstar Susie, our man Ben, and the one and only Sara, sending hugs from Gilbert, Arizona. And Karen Fisher says hello from Florida.
There.
Sara, I was thrilled to meet you at 8 to 10 on Monday. I admire you very much, and it was my crafty dream come true.
Do you know, it was such a lovely afternoon. And the guys, they give me a lovely little frame photo. I just haven't had a chance to unpack. I've literally come, well, from the airport via a shower at home straight in, so I haven't had a chance to unpack yet. But I did say I'd be bringing it and putting it on set at Crafters TV.
Aww. Sonal says, good morning, Sara and Ben from Tampa, Florida. It was awesome to meet you in person, Sara. All the Sara fans are coming in now. You've all met her. You see. Amelie's in from Kentucky. Zoe's in from West Sussex. And Elaine says, hey, Sara, I'm still on cloud 9 from meeting you on Monday. Elaine Cirillo, who I did a craft along with a little bit of a while ago.
You did indeed. She said she thoroughly enjoyed it when I chatted to her about it.
Oh, I wish I'd been there. I got a bit jealous. I got to admit, got a bit of FOMO there with when Sara was taking all of the hosts in, and Adam got to meet. And is it Trey?
Ty.
Yep. Yeah. Got. Well, never mind. Maybe next time. Guys. Right. Should we get started? Should we do it? Let's go. Let's go. Ultimate Pro. I'll let Sara take you through this, but I think. If you haven't yet got this, if you're new to craft, this is your one-stop crafty shop, really. It's like a craft room in a carry case. Everything you need in here to allow you to score, to measure, to trim, to make your card shapes of all different sizes, to emboss, to create boxes, card blanks, to make your envelopes, to be able to make your own ribbons in here. It just does so much, and if you're just starting out in craft, you absolutely need this in your life. £31.99 or £55.96. What I will say is, it's a great day to buy it because not only do we give you the ultimate and everything that entails, but we're also giving you for free within the bundle your boxer board. So that is going to take you even further on a journey to be able to make all sorts of different boxes of shapes and sizes. Also for free, we're going to going to be giving you one of our tape pens thrown in for absolutely zilch. And of course, if you're using the Ultimate Pro, you will need some cardstock. So what about 25 sheets of our Snow White Hint of Gold in A3 for absolutely nothing? All of that is yours when you pick up the Ultimate Pro today for that price, $31.99, $55.96. We'll get Sara to talk around as well, because we do obviously have the metric version. We do have the US Imperial version as well. But I know, Sara, a lot of people who have the Ultimate Pro in the US, some people have both, don't they?
Yes. So let me explain to you the difference. Let me just go even one step further back, okay? For those of you who are watching thinking, what is the Ultimate Pro? This is the product that really launched me and us as a brand, okay? So we started off just with an envelope maker, and we had an envelope maker, we had a card maker, and we had a box maker, which are these three functions. When I designed the Ultimate, we took the box maker, the envelope maker, and the card maker, put them all into one, added a load of bells and whistles like your pop-out and K-card creator, like all of your accessories, like your paper trimmer, which just clips into place in the centre, hinges and does the cut as it pulls down to you. We added a bow maker on there, so you've got little bow making pegs. So what we did is we added all the extra features to make it a 10-in-1 tool, right? But it still is that core card maker, box maker, envelope maker. That's the three main functions that you're going to do over and over again, okay? And the idea is that, and I'm going to show you how, but it takes your standard card sizes and folds them down into different ones. And how it does that, right? So, if I just show you here, I have got a sheet of regular A4 cards, right? Now, in the US, you don't buy A4, you buy it as 8.5 by 11. And your 8.5 by 11 is a tiny little bit shorter and a little bit wider, right? Because, oh no, we're 11.5, so it's a tiny little bit shorter this way, and it's a bit higher this way. So ours is around about 11 inches by around about 8.25.
Okay.
Whereas yours is 8.5 and by 11, so it's a little bit shorter. Now, the reason that's really critical is when we take this and we fold it in half, or we've cut that in half, so in the UK, this is called A4, half of A4 is called A5. So in the US, that would be half of an 8.5 by 11. And when we say that you need to fold this in half, or as a gatefold, for example, it's not an exact measurement. Well, it is an exact measurement. It's not a rounded measurement, right? So for example, if I want to fold this card in half, so I can show you the difference, right? That is how I would go about folding that card in half, right? If I wanted to fold that as a gatefold, right, I would take this, I would be eyeballing, putting the two, this is how I used to make cards, Ben, when I first started.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I used to do a load of gatefolds when I first started. I would be putting them down like that, and I would be trying to fold them like this, right? And that's how I used to make a gatefold.
Okay.
Now, that is not an overly professional crease.
It's not great.
I mean, that's not at all professional, right?
No.
And also, despite trying to do it pretty well, it doesn't meet, it's not even, it doesn't look good, right?
No.
This is what the Ultimate does for you, right? So the difference is, I've now got that same piece of card, and when we want to fold it in half, the line actually, can you see it says, it's called half fold A5. I'm going to get Jamie to come in really close on that, so that you can see all of these lines. You come in close and I'll do, oh, he's coming.
Whoa, that was a super zoom.
He's in. There you go.
There you go, yeah.
So you can see the names of the cards are on there. So when it says half fold A5, what you do is you put your tool in that little groove. Oh, he's right in.
Oh, blimey.
Now he's just showing off.
He is.
You put your tool in that little groove, and then when you carry that all the way along, that puts the line in exactly the right place. So that when you fold the card in half, and we take it and fold it over like this, the card will both meet perfectly here, but have a professional finish, right? Look at the difference. Not very professional.
No. Hashtag
professional,
profesh.
right? And it's the same if we do a gatefold, right? You come up here, can you see? This line is called gatefold A5.
Go on, Jamie, get in there.
He's in.
Here he comes.
And you'll see we have the gatefold A5 line, and then you've got gatefold for an A4. Now, the A4 is obviously the bigger one. We're doing the A5 one. So again, all you do is you score on the gatefold A5, and we go all the way along. okay? You're going to turn it round and you're going to score on the gatefold A5 line the other way.
Yeah.
Now, if I said to you, Ben, this is A4. Now, A4, I happen to know, is 297 by 150 millimetres.
Wow,
right?
what?
But this is half of that.
Right.
So whatever half of that is, and then a gatefold line is a quarter of the way into that. What's the measurement? So it was 297 by 150, and then it's half of that, but you've taken that as a quarter.
75.
No, you've taken it the other way. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
All you need to know is you use the line that is called gatefold A4, and it will give you the perfect crease line and a perfect meet gatefold for an A5
So I don't need a
gatefold.
calculator?
You don't need your calculator. And the difference between this, which is not unprofessional, I've got Jamie and me going night and day, and this, which is very professional, this is what we want. You want to be able to do that gatefold, okay? So this is why you would use your scoring board.
Yes.
And there are 27 different styles of cards that you can do. Gatefolds, bifolds, trifolds, concertina, jump-up cards, pop-out cards. You've got easel cards, twisted easel cards. You've got your stopper. There's all sorts, right? Stepper cards, side stepper, centre stepper. All of that.
Here comes the hot stepper.
All on the boards, right? So that's the difference. You need the measurements built into the board. Now, when you're choosing, am I going for the UK Ultimate or the US Ultimate, you just need to decide what type of paper do you use. Do you use A4 paper or 8.5 by 11? Because if you use A4 paper, and a lot of people in America who shop from Crafters TV here and are sending to us in the UK have bought the UK Ultimate because they want their UK sizes. I'm going to do all the demonstrations today on this version of the Ultimate because I've got A4 paper. That's what we work with over here. But every card is exactly the same. It's just your line, if you're using 8.5 by 11, would be called gatefold US letter size.
But if you buy most of your cardstock from us, you're probably better to get this one.
Yeah.
Right.
By the way, that's why. So in the UK, we don't give you the choice of buying the US one because I'm just going to confuse you because most people in the UK don't even know that there's a different paper size in America, right?
Okay.
And to be honest, most of you in America probably didn't know we had a different paper size in the UK until you got your first delivery from us.
Yeah.
So that's why we do it. That's why we do two different sizes, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is just show you where you could be taking it. Because if I put my half fold line in here as well, right, what I'm going to end up with is what's called a concertina card, right? Once we've got our concertina card, on the inside of the board, you've got all these different shapes. So if I wanted to do like a nice star, all you do is you pop your star on here. You pick up the little grooves and you just score into those groove lines. And what that does is that gives you the scoring for that perfect shape. And then all you're doing is you're cutting this out. So I don't usually do a star. I usually do an archway because it's quicker to cut on telly.
Well, it's nice to see a star. And just to say as well, all of this you don't have to remember. Obviously, you can save the video, but all of what you're doing here is in the booklet that you get in the Ultimate Pro as well.
You've got everything in the instruction booklet.
Look at that!
You've also got, look, we've got all these decorative embossing on as well, so you could even do all this lovely embossing just by running your tool down the corner. Look at that. It just adds like a nice little finishing touch, and it's these sort of things that take no time at all. And this is good old-fashioned embossing. I used to love embossing when I first started. We're giving you the tape pen, so you've got that in your bundle to start with. I know most of you who are watching will have your Ultimate. I'll have the tape pen, so this is all product that you'll know how you're using. But it's still nice. Let's get the good card instead of the rubbishy one, right? And then I'm just going to pop that in, and we've got one side. Turn it over and you've got the other side. Brilliant. And that's the thing, there's a pop-out card, right?
Look at that.
And it's, yes, I haven't done all of the detail on that, right? I haven't done all the decorating or whatever. This, by the way, guys, this show is going to be no decoration. I'm not decorating, I'm just constructing, right? It's all about construction. But the difference is, you watched me make a pop-out card in 2 minutes. And that's the thing. This is the sort of card that people think, oh, they're complicated, they take ages, right? It's not that I'm saying you need an Ultimate to make a pop-out card. You can make a pop-out card without it. It's just it takes 10 times longer. So this does all the hard work with the construction so that then the nice bit is the easy bit, right? Now, that's a quick card, and I'm going to do several cards over the course of the show. In fact, I'll do one more quick one now. Well, you know, while we've got I did an A3 one. Let's do an A4 one. This is one of my favourites, right? So, trifold.
Yes.
Trifold's like your slimline. So you've got here trifold for an A4. So all we do is we do trifold on the A4. You turn it right around. We do trifold on the A4 again. So now we've split that card into 3. If you were doing a slimline card, right, you would cut one edge off, and then you would so you would do that, you would fold that over, and you would cut this little bit off, right? I'm not going to cut it off. I'm going to leave it because I'm going to show you how you can do like a trifold slimline, right? So what we're going to do is for a trifold, you would then cut away if you wanted to do like a trifold peaking. You would cut away along there. Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to emboss along there, right? So I'm going to just find my tool in the groove, and I'm going to follow that embossed line all the way down here. Notice I'm finding my way a little bit, and then I'm going back over the edge, right? So don't worry about pressing too hard to start with.
Question as well, for me. Does it matter what tool you're using with your scoring and embossing?
Right, so you get the scoring tool included, right? And what you'll notice is the scoring tool has different sizes of heads. So this one here I'm using has a medium head and a large head, right? The other one, which I will pull out in a second and show you, has a tiny little head. What you'll find is the smaller the head, the more accurate the embossing, but the harder it is, the easier it is to push through your card. So I'm fairly good at embossing, so I use the medium one.
Nice.
If you're not as confident, use the larger one. It's not as accurate, but when it's decorative embossing, it doesn't matter. You don't need to be accurate, right? And it just gives you that kind of nice finishing touch. So that's why, you know, when I always joke about our big embossing tools and they've got big balls on them. Yeah. And that's the thing, you go, the bigger the ball, the less accurate, but the more movement fluidity you can get. So that's what we're doing here, right? So that there is just a trifold with some different shapes in, right? Now, those are 2 pretty key sizes of cards that I'm now going to make an envelope for, right? So, and in fact, I'm going to make 2 envelopes for each of them. Just because I can.
Sara's a whaler. I can tell how much you love this bit of kit. And whenever we do these shows, it's one of my favourite shows that we do because you don't even need me here. I'll just stand and admire.
Well, you're really good at asking nice questions and chit-chatting along with us, right?
That's it.
And I want your energy, remember. You give out the energy. Ready? There you go. I'm ready to go for the 10 minutes. Bang, she's up. Right, OK. So we're going to go and we're going to do an envelope for it, right? Now, in the instruction booklet, you see you've got a set for card making, your bow maker, your box maker, your envelope maker, pop out and cake card, create a decorative embossing, your paper trimmer, your storage compartment, your accessories, they're all covered in there. These were my hands 15 years ago.
Is that right?
I mean, literally, they haven't changed. Actually, no, it might be, because look, there's my wedding ring in there.
Oh, yeah.
So it's after I got married. So that was 2008. So
that's 16 years.
16 years. This is my hand 16 years ago, guys. 16 years ago. Nothing's ever changed. Right, here is my envelopes. Now, these are my standard size envelopes. So what you find is I know it needs a C6 envelope. And I know you think, well, how do I know that it's a C6 envelope? But if you see what I've done, it says to fit an A6 card, which is an A4 folded in quarters. So if you remember, this one started off life as a half of an A4, and then it's been folded in half. So it's now quarter the size of a sheet of A4. So we know that it needs an A4 folded into quarters card. So it tells me I need 21 centimetre square paper. So I happen to have a beautiful, wonderful paper pad here.
Oh, we happen to have that in a beautiful, wonderful bundle over here, which I'll tell you about later.
Oh, fabulous. Should we do a nice one and under the sea? Right. So I'm going to take the sheet.
It's quite popular, this collection.
It's just a bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a bit. It was incredibly popular on HSN as well, I can tell you. Right, here we go. So the reason this paper trim is great as well is it's got all your measurements in inches along the top, centimetres along the bottom. So we have to give the sizes in centimetres because it's a metric version. However, if you like to work in inches, you can just work in inches, right? So I'm going to open that up. I'm going to measure you off to 21 centimetres. So if you're definitely an inches girl, and I am an inches girl, right? However, when I'm doing my envelopes, I'm happy to work in centimetres, right? And then I'm going to go this way here. I'm going to take you to 21 there, pop that down, and I'm going to trim that off there. So to cut to 21 centimetres square, right? Then, remember what it said, lines C and E. Now, accuracy is key with envelopes, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get here we go, this side. I'm going to get my fine, that's not my fine tip scoring tool, where have I put it? Here it is. Here's my fine tip scoring tool, right? I'm going to get my fine tip scoring tool, and we will do that as an envelope. So C and E it was, C and E. So here's what you do. You go into the corner and you read off till we get to line C. So there's C, and I'm going to go right up the edge. And then turn right around so you're on the opposite corner, right? And you go C again.
C.
So it's C and C. And then the other one is E. So we're going to go E, we're going to turn it right around, and we're going to do E. And what you'll find is these lines will cross in the corners. That is the whole trick behind how the enveloper works, is you always start with a square of card, you always use the same line on opposite corners, they will always cross, and that will make you the absolutely perfect envelope. So you see there, that will just fit perfect. This folds in here, and that will be exactly the right size to fit the card that I put somewhere. Wherever I put you, here you are, right? So that is going to go into there. You see, it just gives you a little bit of room. And then there's my lovely card. I mean, whoever would buy an envelope when you could make an envelope, especially with a jellyfish on like that, and how fabulous is that, right? Now, I did say I'm going to make 4 envelopes, didn't I? Because I'm now going to show you how to do a slimline one. Okay. Right? It's exactly the same technique. I just want you to get it into your head. So, this one here is for a trifold, right? So what we want to make is, it's called in the UK a DL. I used to think that stood for DeLong. DeLong. A DeLong envelope. DeLong envelope. So that's an A4 folded into thirds. I need 24.5 centimetres square, right? So let's go, oh, should we do a nice peachy colour this time? Yeah. Yeah. Right, so for my DeLong envelope, we're coming in 24.5, right?
What is it actually? Is it dimension lengthwise, I think, isn't it? The card?
I have absolutely no idea. I always joke on about the whole DeLong thing, but I've never actually looked it up. Right, 24.5. You pop down there, and we're going to trim you down here. Oh, is it double length, Nicola's saying?
I thought it was dimension lengthwise. That's what I thought it was.
She's going to Google it.
She's going to Google. Going to Google.
So 24.5 down this way.
Just whilst we're watching you, Scott, can we buy replacements? Like Laurie's just asking, like, can you buy a replacement ruler if you lose any of the tools? Is it something you need to get your hands on? Yeah.
We used to always just list them as individuals on the website. So just give them a call in customer services if you can't find them, and they'll be able to get you one.
Excellent.
So right, dimension lengthwise, Nicola says it is. Dimension lengthwise, right.
Thank you.
C and G.
Yeah.
Okay, so exactly the same again. We're going to go into here. Actually, I'm going to go into here. Just because I'm working out where I want my tortoise. C, opposite corner, and C. And then the other one is G. So we're coming on here, and we're going to do G. Now, the reason I wanted to do a DeLong is I want to show you an extra little tip, right?
Yeah.
I heard.
DeLong.
Right, so that what you do is when you make this watch, you fold this over, right? That is 2 DeLong.
It is
2 DeLong. It's 2 DeLong, right? So all I do is I put a little mark there where these ends are going to cross in, right? Just bring this up on here, and then just move it along until that line lines up with one of these lines. Yep.
Okay.
And watch this. So this here will fold in. You like to fold it in and tape it like that. Yeah. Or you can round it off. You'll see me round off the top in a second. So watch this. I'm going to put this down here. Put that down there. You've got a bit too much tape on there. This is, see that? Gives you a lovely finish then, right? This is going to come in here. And then all I do, because it's 2 DeLong, is just round off that corner like that. Now it's perfect.
It is.
Right?
It's perfect.
And that is going to be lovely for that. I mean, absolutely perfect card, right? And I know a lot of the questions that people were asking were all envelopes, which is why I wanted to do a little bit in depth on envelopes to start with, right?
Yes.
Now, it's a regular envelope. What about if we want to do a dimensional envelope?
Okay.
Right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some fancy cards.
That's also in our big fancy star buy of card and paper stuff.
Well, would you like to use this one? Or I could do really fancy.
Ooh.
We could go with a really fancy one.
Really fancy from the gallery.
Really fancy.
Yeah, go
okay,
really fancy.
do we want really fancy? Let's do really fancy DeLong with the feathers. And let's do a really fancy... Oh, that would look good, wouldn't it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
An RFDL card.
Right.
Envelope, brother.
Really fancy
DeLong.
RL. Yeah.
RFDL.
Right. Do you know what, for speed, I've just
Yeah.
got my paper trimmer in here.
Okay.
It just sometimes gets a little bit quick. It's all about when you've got the tools, you're going to use them, aren't you?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
this one was 21. It's the same size if you're doing a 3D envelope box or if you're doing a regular envelope. So there's my 21, right? And then the RLDL is 24 and a half,
Yep.
which is there. And I'm going to, it's always a square, 24 and a half. Straight down there. Right, there's my trimmer. Keep all these bits, guys. They'll come in really handy.
Absolutely.
All right. So, remember, if we're doing the C6, it was lines C and E. Right. So what you do is you go at the corner and you do line C. Right. Then we need to do one extra stage, and the extra stage is, you see, you've got this little step in here.
Oh yeah.
You go into the little step.
Yeah.
And then you're going to do it again. So C and C, right? Opposite corner, always take the opposite corner. And we're going to go C, drop it down into the little step, and go C again, right? And then on the other line, it was E, and you'll see that E crosses your C line, and that is the whole trick behind how it works.
Okay.
And then you're going to do the same one here. You're going to go E.
And then step.
We're going to drop it into the little step.
Yeah.
And we're going to do E again.
Okay.
Right? Now, what you do need to do as an extra is these corners, we need to cut them out. Now, you can either cut them out like this, so you can just cut straight up like that, right? One, and go straight up like that.
Yeah.
Or you can round the edges as you go. So watch this, I like to round that edge. And because I can't round back to front, I flip it over and I round that edge. So now I get like a nice rounded one. You saw that again? So we just go and round it into the edge, flip it over, round this side, and you've got the nice rounded tops and the straight bottoms. Okay? Then, so what I do to get the nice fold on the edge is I just rub this between my fingers, and it gives me the both, right?
Okay.
So I'm taking it round, and I'm just rubbing that into place, gives me both of them nicely. Same here, straight over there like that, and then the final one here. And there's just, oh, it's nice to get all these little tips in for my envelope making.
Absolutely.
Because I must have made millions of envelopes in my time.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, I could make envelopes in my sleep.
There's a show.
And it's, and it's one of them things that I always get asked about. And I just think it's just nice to be able to impart my knowledge.
It's your bread and butter though, this, isn't it?
It
I always
is.
think these shows are kind of, if I
This
think
is me
of
and my
you,
element.
this is your show, you in your kind of comfort zone, in your element. Look at
Me
that.
in my element. Now, where was the other envelope? So, yeah, here we go. So you can see now to have that bit of a gusset is just perfect.
Love that.
So every card that you make, do you want a regular plain envelope or do you want a gusseted envelope? It's what you've got to decide. Oh, you can have both.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go quickly so you can talk while I do it because everyone can see.
Yeah.
To do the DeLong,
Yes.
it was C and G. So I'm just going to C and G it and do exactly the same process again.
Well, I'll provide a bit of a soundtrack and read some of the comments here because there's loads coming through. I'm not going to sing, no, not going to sing. Deborah says, good morning, Sara and Ben from a sunny Connecticut. I don't use my Ultimate Pro nearly enough. I'm going to save this video. If you're one of those people, definitely save the video and get it out and use it.
Oh, this will inspire you. Go and get it now. You can be doing it the next hour and a half with us.
Do it with us. Come on. Go and get your Ultimate Pro. It won't take a long time to go and get it, and then you can make DeLong cards. And then you can craft DeLong with us.
He's so good.
Carolyn says, good morning from Florida. Sarah, I love the video of you sprinting from one studio to the next at 8 to 10. All that training has come in handy.
What can I say? What can I say?
In heels as well. Now you know how difficult it is for me when I sprint in between studios. In my heels. Margaret says, hi both, lovely to see you, Sarah. You do look good after a long travel. That's Margaret in Tewkesbury in Gloucestershire.
Don't be fooled, Margaret. It's just expensive makeup. It's actually not that expensive. It's just good makeup.
You can definitely tell that Sara loves this product, says Jeanette, and she could demonstrate anything to do with it. And Cindy Connie says, I'm so glad to watch this. I've gotten my Ultimate Pro out enough. I have not got it out enough, rather, and I need to become more familiar with its wonders. It's one of those things, though, Sara, isn't it, that I would say that it can do so many things, but maybe if you are one of those people who hasn't yet got it out, you do one thing with it first. Don't kind of get overawed and try and do all the different 10 things. Go and do one thing first, right?
Do you know what I would do is, I would save this show, because what I'm doing is a brilliant kind of starter point for the show. So I think if you haven't crafted with it before, save this show and just go and replicate everything that I'm doing. Even if you just use some scrap card and not your fancy card to do it, it'll give you a really good starting point.
Yeah.
And it's if you can do what I can do on this show, there's nothing you're not going to be able to master with the Ultimate.
Absolutely.
And I'm building you up, just so you know. I'm starting you off nice and simple. Like when we start with the basic envelopes, and then we're going for the fan. When we moved into the DeLong, then we moved into the 3D DeLong. Yeah. It's all a journey, guys. It's all a journey.
It's the long journey. It's the long and winding road. But it's not going to take the long time.
And then look, that goes into there. How many more of them have you got there, Benny boy?
I could go on the long as you want.
I mean, is that or is that not just brilliant?
I mean, it's gorgeous, isn't it?
And look, it's just a couple of simple cards and some boxes, and I'm going to build up and do some more advanced card and some more advanced boxes. I've got a little bit of a tip, Ben. How about I have 2 or 3 minutes, I'll get tidied down and we'll do box making next.
Let's do it.
Right? And, give us a couple of minutes to get ready.
Keep the questions coming. Lisa P says, I always set my DVR for the 8 to 10 shows to be sure I don't miss Sara. I'm a big fan. Dawn says, this place is my inspiration too. I love the good, loving energy, and many thanks. Darla, good morning. Sara, you look amazing. And yes, I watched every one of your shows on HSN. I bought a ton. You and your team make beautiful products, happy products. Thank you. And thank you, Elaine. He says, Ben, we would have all been in heaven if you had been with Sara. We watch you every day, and you are the best presenter I've ever seen.
Wow.
Thank you.
Take a bow.
I'm going to put that on my CV, you know, now. Ben Moseby, presentation lead, the best presenter I've ever seen, Elaine Cirillo. Thank you. Can I use you as a reference, Elaine? Thank you. Not that I'm going anywhere. Right, let's have a look. We're doing this, aren't we? Yes, the card. So, you've seen Sara working with some of the card and paper that you've got in this bundle. And this is our star buy. And what I've done, I like it when we do a bit of Moseby maths. And I've done a bit of Moseby maths. And I've broken this bundle down, right? So, for £60 or $79.20, you're paying for what I'm about to show you, and then you get a ton of stuff for free, right? So, within the bundle, and this is all stuff you're going to be using with your Ultimate, right? One of our most favourite pads that you guys buy time and time and time again, the Regal Rose Gold, where you get our beautiful 12 by 12 glitter cardstock with the corresponding pearl cardstock, double-sided to go with it. I mean, that is stunning. The only way, I say the only way, it isn't anymore, but you've got all of your beautiful glitter cardstock in here, non-shared, cuts like a dream. Die cuts, make your card out with it, no problem at all, looks the absolute business. So you're getting that in there, in that pad, 24 sheets. You're also going to be paying for 25 sheets of your heat-resistant acetate, plus the Floral Elegance 12 by 12 pad. Now, this is absolutely stunning because you've got 24 sheets in here, mirror and matte, beautiful, beautiful cardstock. It is just elegant. Again, imagine making your envelopes out of this, your construction projects. No, we're going to be going on to boxes. This will work absolutely beautifully once again, whether you go for the mirror or the matte within that pad. Beautiful to score, beautiful to cut. And again, that one is 250 GSM. We're then also going to be giving you in the bundle all of the beautiful linen cardstock from the Arabian Nights collection. 250 GSM, 24 sheets. You're getting 8 colours, 3 sheets of each. On top of that, if you love the sparkle and the wow and the pizzazz, we give you all that and more in this beautiful Wild at Heart pad. This again is beautiful mirror. It's fine. Mirror cardstock in your fuchsia and in the gold, and then you've also got some of the most stunning glitter cardstock within this pad as well. 20 sheets in total, and you think for yourself, £60, $79, that's incredible. However, for free, we then give you 10 sheets of our stunning Centura Pearl glitter cardstock in the lilac. Woo! Also for free, we are going to give you 10 sheets of our Centura Pearl in the pumpkin. Yes! also for free, I mean, what are we even doing here? What are we even doing? The Enchanted Ocean 12 by 12 paper pad. It's like you were getting this for free within the bundle. So this is the one that Sara just used a few moments ago with all of these beautiful, beautiful scenes. I mean, you guys know this. You bought this in your hundreds when we launched it. It's your chance to get another one of these pads within the bundle. One of my favourite pads that we've done in a long, long time, actually. Love all of the creatures that you meet, all the scenes, all the colours. It is just divine. So that you're getting for free, and also for free within the bundle. Yes, from the gorgeous Cosmic Collection, you're getting the mirror card and glitter card pad, which is 3 of the mirror, 4 of each, 3 of the glitter, 4 of each. It's just such a lovely bundle, and it's one of those bundles which I think is going to be applicable to everybody, because you want to get loads more cardstock for your stash. You've got beautiful papers, beautiful designs. You've got mirror card, you've got matte mirror card, you've got linen card, you've got glitter card. I mean, what more do you want for that incredible price? It's like we're giving you almost £38, $49 worth of cardstock for absolutely nothing within the bundle. And of course, don't forget, if you grab that, you spent your 10. So thank you, Vernon. You will get your free pens included, automatically added to your basket as well. That is yours for free. Get shopping. There's so many great deals to be had. If you've not yet got the Ultimate Pro, I mean, you need to be snapping that up today. You'll thank us later, because it is just it's like having a craft room in your hand, really, and you've got everything that you need to be able to make boxes and cards and bows, K cards, jump up cards, you name it, it's all in there, and we'll show you much more in just a few moments' time. Any more questions and comments? We would love to hear from you. I know, as I say, we're going to be moving on to boxes and lots more over the course of the next hour and 20 minutes, but let's give you opportunity to get your carts and your baskets checked out, and we'll meet you back here, the other side of Craig.
I like to get up, chill, relax, get a cup of tea, then get myself sorted. And if I'm presenter, I'll write all my notes. If I'm the demonstrator, I'll get my prep out, have another look at it, make sure that everything is the way it needs to be for the show, do the show. Then what I'll do is I'll grab something to eat, then have another look at the sheets again, making sure the next show's all good to go. Then we do that show, tidy. I always like to make sure that the area is nice and tidy, either for myself the next day or whoever's in. Jump in the car, head home. I will quickly unpack what I need to unpack, and then I get on that sofa as quick as I can. As soon as we go live, I love that within our live shows, I always get the butterflies. As soon as we get that countdown in our ear that we're just going live, butterflies kick in, and within about 10-15 seconds, I'm going. Butterflies have gone, and we just enjoy the show. Early riser. Oh, shower in the morning. Tea. Oh, savoury breakfast. Masterclass. My mobile phone. Oh, anything with chicken. Currently, it is the weekend, Blinding Light, and it has been for about a couple of years, and I still love it. Apart from jumping in the car, chilling on the sofa, watching TV.
My day-to-day life is pretty busy in work. Literally, I get in the door, I check my polls, I then check what I've got to demo, I then get everything ready, and it's busy, busy, busy from there. I have a meeting with the producer, the director, we get then sorted for the shows, talk to the presenter, and it depends what side I'm on. I mean, sometimes I'm doing the presenting side, sometimes I'm doing the demonstration side, and I love both. It's actually who I get to work with. That's, yeah, I can't say no more than that, other than anybody that works here. We are a big family. We're so super friendly. I love Ben. I love it when we work together. And I don't mean that I don't love anyone else. It's the fact that Ben is the presenter and then I'm demonstrating, and we just have this great rapport. Same with Craig, same with Deb, same with the whole team. So yeah, the best part of the day is just getting to work with the best people in the industry. Oh, a night out. In the morning. Oh, none. I only drink water. Oh, well, I'm cutting out sugar, so it's got to be savoury. Masterclass. Oh, I can't leave the house without my lipstick. Oh, I love a baked potato. I relax, so I literally drive home normally and then I relax.
Welcome back, everybody. Gaz saying, this makes me want to get my ultimate out. It's buried somewhere under my desk. I'm clearly a terrible human being. Nah, you're not. Just get it out and have a play, though. Vicky says, what a great way to make stationery sets for gifting. Now I know what I'm giving for Christmas. Love the energy with the product, says Laurie Spencer. Hi to Paul Prince ×4 and Karen Cronin. He says, hello, everyone. I'm loving the envelope making demonstrations. Charlotte Clark and Vanessa and Vicky Lynn has joined us. Patricia Day on Facebook says, who did you pay, Ben? That was real. You can check it out for yourself. It's there on Facebook. It exists. So you just go and check it out. Checks in the post alone, thanks. And also hi to Christine and Stephanie, who's joined us as well, saying, welcome back, Sara. Awesome shows on HSN. And hello to Ben and the social superstar and teams. I know we're going to move on to box making, and it's quite good, actually, because I'm seeing quite a few comments coming through asking about making larger items like boxes. And are you going to make a bigger box now, Sara, did you say?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, like we did with the cards, I'm going to show you the basics, and then we'll progress on to some more advanced, and we're going to get quite advanced with the box making. So hold steady, it's quite the ride, but I'll walk you through it, right?
Okay.
I'm using that fabulously fancy cardstock, and I'm using my favourite one.
Ahoy.
You know I do love it, right? So let me show you how we do box making, okay? Your box maker is this one in here. Now, can you see you have one set of lines that are referenced box lid? So it says on here box lid, and these are your lid lines. And then it says box base, and these are your base lines, right? So what you do is you take your one that's going to be your lid. Because this is a fancy cardstock, I'm going to use one of the larger head embossing tools, right? These, Ben, are every ½ an inch. So you decide how big you want your box to be. So if I want my box to be 2 inches deep, that would be ½ an inch, 1 inch, 1.5, 2 inch. So if I go line 4, that makes me a box that is 2 inches deep.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to go line 4, and I'm going to go line 4 here, and all the way down. And I'm going to go line 4 here, and then I'm going to go line 4 here as well, right? So that gives you your line 4 all the way around. That is my lid. I did 2 sheets exactly the same size. This is the trick. You need to cut both of your cardstocks at once so that they're exactly the same size. You use your box base for your other set of lines. So you come down to line number 4, and because it's line number 4 on box base, it's not actually 2 inches. It's 2 inches plus a little bit, right? Now, this is how the whole product works. It's the fact that you've got that plus a little bit, and what that does is that little bit pinches off the bottom. So because it's 2 inches plus a bit, that steals everything off the bottom, which makes your underneath a tiny bit smaller than your lid, which is how it fits underneath, right? So watch this, I'm going to make that base up. So I'm going to fold this over.
And this is obviously 250, and as regards to making boxes, again, for people who don't know, is 250 sort of the optimum weight for construction?
The bigger the box, the thicker you want it to be.
Okay.
So if you just want to do a little tiny box, you could make it out of something thinner.
Oh, okay.
I'm also going to show you how to double wall a box so that you can give it a bit more strength.
Okay.
If you are doing in fact, what I'll do is I'll show you one using one of our papers and how you could strengthen something using the papers, right? We'll do that next. So there we go. So I'm going to do all 4 sides. Watch this as a top tip, Ben, right? You're going to put tape along the edge of the crease. And then I always go up here like that. So you go right round the outside, all right? So same here, up there, and then we're going to take it around all 4 sides. And this is just straight with a tape pen.
And always take pen to glue?
Now, I always, if it's our tape pens, you're absolutely fine to use them for making a box. If it's any other tape pen, don't use it. If you haven't got one of our tape pens, please use a wet glue, because you'll find other tape pens just aren't strong enough. This tape pen was engineered right at the peak when we were selling gazillions of Ultimates and everybody was making tons of boxes. So we had to release this tape pen just for all these people who were making boxes and they were coming apart, right? So that's how come we started doing our own tape pen. So I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to just give that a really nice crease. And that's what you're doing. You're always going over the edge with that really nice professional crease line. This is called burnishing, right? And you use the flat edge of your tool to do the burnish. And then when you're cutting, you go right up the middle of the score line. And it doesn't matter whether you cut half of the corner away or you cut a tiny little sliver, as long as you take a little bit. Now, what I always say is just take the smallest sliver because you want to leave the largest surface area for gluing.
Yeah.
So one of the most popular questions I get asked is how much do you cut out? So you want lots of nice space for all of the gluing, right? So I'm going right round there again with plenty of tape, taking my time. If you go through a lot of these, go and buy the refillable ones.
Oh, yes.
Then you can be a little bit better for the environment. I'm using the one that comes in the kit, just because for anybody who's going for the Ultimate brand new today, I wanted you to see how these work. But we do those in a refillable version.
We've got them on the show actually as well.
Ooh.
In the big bundle and in the little 2 packs, aren't they? You can go for.
Ah, we've got the little 2 packs in now.
2 packs, yeah. And I think we just do like the little 1 pack, yeah, the individual cartridges as well. If you just want to stock up on the individuals. Best value for money is the bumper one where you get it all.
Bumper bundle. Brilliant. So that lid, you'll find, will be the perfect size to fit over that base. And that, I think, I sometimes forget that, you know, as a demonstration, the simplicity of doing a box like that, but that looks so professional.
It does.
I mean, I do think it is just such a professional looking box, but it takes seconds. You've watched me make it in 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So that is how you would do a very basic box. Now, I'm going to stay with a relatively basic box, but I'm going to show you how if you use a lighter weight cardstock, you can really strengthen it, right? Okay. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to get a bit of that Enchanted Ocean.
Yes.
And let's get a nice sheet. I mean, they're all nice sheets, aren't they? Do you know, I think I might I might do the jellyfish again.
Oh, yeah.
Do love the bit of jellyfishage, right? So I'm going to go with the jellyfish.
Our Nicola is a big fan of jellyfish now after the Enchanted Oceans collection.
Is that right?
Yeah, I'm sure you were saying. Oh, no, it wasn't Nicola, it was Debbie Fisher, wasn't it? Sorry, Nicola. Nicola's right at me again. Am I? It was Debbie Fisher. So she loves the jellyfish now.
Right.
Wouldn't want to meet one in person, though. I'm
going to leave this full size. So this is the biggest box I could make with 12 by 12, right?
Yeah.
Let's go, what, 1, 2, 3, 3.5 inches deep. Does that work? Oh, let's go 3 inches deep. Okay. Right, so 3 inches deep, like this. And come all the way along here, all the way along, right? Don't press too hard. If you press too hard, you might just run all the way through your cardstock,
So the best thing is to do sort of lighter but more, rather than one big swoop.
Is that rain?
Is it?
Wow.
I don't think it's supposed to rain today. What is it like up here? I know, it's my fault. I did say yesterday that it wasn't supposed to... Well, that's what the weatherman said. It wasn't supposed to rain the rest of the week.
Oh, dear.
Blame me.
So there's my base, 3 inches, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going 3 inches all the way around. So let's just do that first. And again, I'm going nice and gentle, but I'm going over it a couple of times so that we get a nice, what's the word? Like a nice solid score line on there, right? Now, because I've gone with a fancy card for the top, like a pretty pattern paper, but it's weaker, I've chosen a stronger card for underneath. So quite often I do my boxes and I would make my box with just a plain white cardstock underneath, but I would use the patterned card for the top. Yeah. Right, so 3 inches all the way around. What I'm going to do is I'm going to now score at halfway point. 3 inch, 1.5, line 3, right? So I've done my regular score line, and now I'm doing the halfway score line because I'm going to double wall all of this, right? So going around there, double walling.
Oh, good question from Jeanette. It says, does it matter which side you cut out the slice, or doesn't it matter as long as they're all the same, like the slice for the box?
As long as the slice comes from the corner, not the edge.
Yes.
So you don't want to come from the edge of your box, it must come from the corner
of your box. And it doesn't need to be accurate on each one, does it?
Nope, and it also doesn't have to be the same on each one.
Right.
Doesn't have to. You don't have to cut into the same corner. So some people like to cut in wedge, 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 wedge. Some go wedge, 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 wedge. That's how I do it, because I always do it, like, because I twist it in my hand and do the cut on my hand in the same way.
Yeah.
So, but it really doesn't matter. As long as you cut from this corner, what you don't want to do is you don't want to be cutting, and I've seen people do it, cut from the sides. Right? Now, with these, look what I'm doing. I'm folding the second layer again, all right? So I've folded the first one, and then now I'm folding that second one, because this is going to give me the double walling support that it needs. So there we go. 4 sides on the double walling. Now it does just need an extra little bit of work at this point, right? So let me just show you. If we were doing a regular box, we would cut up the edge like this, right? And then you cut the little wedge out the corner, don't you? Yep, so you're going to cut that little wedge out the bottom. Now, if you were just doing a regular box, that was it. What you're going to do, Ben, is you're then going to cut away, because this is like a 4-part box, isn't it? You're going to leave this one, cut these 3 away. So this cuts away, and then this cuts away. And actually what I like to do is I cut from the edge there, and then I cut into here like this. And I cut that edge down there like that.
You'll get onto this as well naturally in just a second, but Julie's just saying, whenever I make envelopes or umbrella boxes, they never seem to stay together. I'm always trying to get to adhere the seams. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. Any recommendations? That's obviously down to adhesive choice, I guess.
That is definitely down to adhesive choice.
Yeah.
So if it's not staying together, then what I would say is use a wet glue and a paper clip, right?
Okay.
So a paper clip is a brilliant way to hold it. So back in the day, before we sold tape pens, what I used to always do is I used to make my boxes with wet glue and paper clips on the edges.
Oh, okay.
And it just holds it all in place while it's drying.
Yeah, I suppose, because if it's drying and you sort of leave it and it's not clipped, it's going to have a tendency to then move, isn't it?
Just keep coming apart.
Yeah.
Tacky glue is brilliant for boxes.
And back to your sort of tapes, and that red liner tape's another good one, right?
Red liner tape's an absolutely brilliant choice on there. I would definitely recommend a red liner tape if you're going for, if you want to do it with double-sided tape. I mean, crikey, you've got to be going some to be able to take your red liner apart without ripping your box.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would definitely
Jeff
recommend
Capes,
that.
I think, to do that. We've got the 12 rolls of red liner tape on the show as well, if you want to pick those up in the 3 different sizes.
No problem. I'm liking all these questions coming through.
Yeah, good.
Have you paused? I didn't want to interrupt you, but I need to explain what I'm doing next on the next one. Right, okay, so let's just fold that while I'm waiting. Right, so what we're going to do, if you ignore these flaps, that just looks like a regular box now, doesn't it? If I should show you from the top. Just looks exactly the same as the regular box that we were doing.
Yeah.
So ignore them flaps, go around the outsides and put your tape on like this, all right? So plenty of tape. Always come down the edge where that the score line is, because that's how you get the most professional finish, right? Turn it over, open these back up, and then go and put your tape down the outer edge like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to make the box up. We're going to do the box corners, and then we're going to tuck over the edge for support. So watch this. So you do the box corner.
Yeah.
All right. Box corner. 1, 2. We're coming in here, number 3. And then coming in with the 4th one.
I'm not sure I've seen you do this demo too many times.
And then you just fold them over, and it just gives it, what it does is it locks in that corner. And obviously I put my tape right at the top, so I'm going to fold it. So that now is quite a well-supported box. I mean, because it's double walled, right? And then again, I'm just coming in with the sides here. And also what it does is, it gives you a nice opportunity to see a little bit of the base, because your lid only comes halfway up.
Yes.
Okay? And if you wanted your box to be slightly less, you could always double wall the bottom, so you get a much thicker bottom as well. But I personally don't think it needs that. I think it's quite nice to have the nice tall box still, but we double wall that one there. So there we go, always down that edge there, and then take some of these extras. There we go.
And as we go into the second half of the show in just a mo, more box making, and also I believe you're going to touch on the magic ruler technique.
We'll do the magic ruler.
Here we go.
Yes.
Not something we see very often on Crafters TV.
I'm building them up, right?
It's going to be the big finale. And
So
if you're going, what's the magic ruler? You're not the only one.
yes, lots of people wondering what the magic ruler technique
Yeah.
is, but I will absolutely show you that.
Yes.
Wait to have your mind blown a little bit,
Yes.
right? So it's a way of doing boxes without custom-sized boxes without calculating anything, right?
Yeah, it's incredible.
So there's my base. There is my lid, and look at that. Isn't that a nice, pretty box? And what would you pay for that? You went to a store to buy a box like that.
You wouldn't be able to get one like that, would you?
And I mean, they're absolutely beautiful, and they're so simple to do.
Mm.
I mean, there's nothing I did there that is remotely complex. You're fine. You're onto a winner.
Tip from the top is like save this show, save the video, pop it in your little playlist on YouTube, get the Ultimate Pro if you haven't got it, because you get the free boxer board today, you get your free A3 cardstock, you get your free tape pen with it as well. And for goodness sake, if you've already got the Ultimate Pro and it's sat somewhere and it's gathering dust, get it out and have a go with it. Even, like I said, we know that you can do so much, even if you're just getting it out today to replicate what Sara's shown you, then you absolutely need to do that. And as I said, if you are someone who hasn't yet got it, pick the deal up today because it's a phenomenal deal and you will definitely thank us down the line because it's such an amazing bit of kit. If you've just joined us, a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. Thanks for joining us. Colour Me Happy anniversary week, where we're celebrating the 4th anniversary of Colour Me Happy. We have got free gifts as well, of course, don't forget. So when you spend 10, you will get the sampler pack of the pens, one classic, an illustrator, and an aqua for you as well, automatically added into your basket, as beautifully demonstrated here by Vernon the Vacuum, who is also back in stock as of Monday. Or was it Tuesday? Was it yesterday? It was Monday. So yes, you can get your desk vacuums right now as well. So do make sure you pick those up. We are masterclass in the Ultimate Pro. If you have just joined us, do make sure you go back and watch the first hour because it was sensational. We're going to be doing
sensational.
Sensational.
Oh,
What's sensational?
that's me he's talking about.
Yeah, sensational. She's sensational and the show's sensational. It's just all together sensational show, really. Yeah, so we're doing box making, magic ruler in this hour as well. Let's just say a few hellos as well, actually, to a few of the people who've just joined us. Cindy says hello. You make it look so easy, Sara, she says.
Oh.
I think the more you do it, the easier you will find it. Stephanie says, gorgeous. Same, says Shireen Richardson. I can never line the corners up properly. But again, follow these tips and tutorials and you will. And thank you for the gorgeous box demo, says Mary Beth Doyle. Good afternoon, says Kirsty D. I've been loitering in the background. I thought I saw you. I thought I saw you loitering, Kirsty. I knew you were here. You can't hide from me. I see everything. Also, hi to Julie Lowe. He says, thank you, Sara, for the advice. And this message here, I must just read. What do you want is what I would say, but thank you, Vicky. Vicky Lynn Lux, who says, Ben, you are such a lovely sight to open my eyes to so early in the morning. You handsome devil, you.
Oh.
You. And then you also go on to say, Sara, you are so good at these demos. I bet you could make boxes and envelopes with your eyes closed.
Yes, quite comfortably with one hand tied behind my back, standing on my head if you want.
That's coming up next here on Crafters TV. Guys, blindfold up. But before we see that demo, let's have a quick look at the luxury mirror cardstock, which you've seen Sara playing with over the course of the last hour. You might want to grab this. If you didn't pick this up, you could make some absolutely beautiful boxes with these. You're going to get your vibrant metallics and also your everyday opulence. This is brilliant, right? So you're getting 32 sheets, 250 GSM, 8 designs, 4 of each. You get it in the silver and the gold, and what you get is all of these beautiful designs, but very cleverly done because you get the design matte on mirror and the design mirror on matte, as you can see there. So it's the same design, but just done differently. And look, this is going to work very nicely, this design, with something which is coming on Monday. I get lost with all of the new launches.
Big week next week, isn't it?
6 launches, 7 launches next week. And a launch on Friday. We've got more launches than NASA. Next week. This design as well actually worked very, very nicely indeed with your Arabian Nights collection. But look, so many beautiful designs. You've got leaves in here, you've got feathers, you've got swirls. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful set of gold and silver colour. Love this design as well. How opulent does that look? My word, that would make a beautiful box. If you were making a box out of that though, it would have to be a very, very expensive gift inside, I'm thinking. Or just nothing and the box is the gift. You wouldn't get away with just putting a pair of socks in a box made out of that. It would have to be very expensive socks. And then you're also getting your vibrant metallics, and this is the one that Sara was playing with just a few moments ago. Lots more sort of colours in here, and lots more different designs as well to be playing with. Still at the launch price, this as well. So if you did miss out on the launch of this just a few weeks back, or indeed if you have already bought it and you kind of wish that you'd bought some more, then it is now. But you need to be picking it up, because today you can get it for the same price that we launched it at, but you'll also get your free gift as well, because this is at £48 or $56. We'll add those free pens into your basket for no price at all. Worth bearing in mind, just before we move on as well, if you have just joined us, all those 3 for 2s on the website, Spectrum Noir, they will end of play tomorrow. We've got the wrap-up shows with Sheena tomorrow, so check them out. There's some absolute stonking 3 for 2s. Have a look, and also the 75% off, up to 75% off on stamps. That ends tomorrow midnight too, so do get shopping before all that ends. Yes.
Did you say the Daubers were in the 3 for 2?
3 for 2 on the Daubers.
Well, I was just looking for something I could make a box for to teach you the magic ruler technique, and I thought, let's imagine you bought this as a present for someone, because that's just I'm going to start with a basic magic ruler technique box, and I'm going to work up to a more complex shape with different angles in there. But this is all about the journey, remember, starting you off with the basics. So I thought, right, let's make a box for that.
Okay.
So if I said to you, make the box for that, right? You would get your ruler out, wouldn't you? And you'd start measuring.
Yeah.
Forget about that.
Forget about that.
Forget about that.
Forget about it.
Watch this, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my box lid, whatever I'm making the box for, I'm going to line it up against this side here and see what line do I need to go at. So if I was to use this line here, it's going to be a bit tight, isn't it? Let's have a little look. Yeah, it's going to be too tight. So I'm going to need to go line 4, right? So I'm going line 4. So what you're going to do is you're going to get a piece of card,
right,
and you're going to go all the way down line 4, line 4 there, right? And I'm going to go line 4, and then I'm going to trim off, and I'm going to leave the embossed line on here, right? It's this side here, by the way, right? I'm just going to put a little mark on so that we know. I'm going to leave that embossed line on. In fact, I'm going to leave the embossed line on and a couple of millimetres to give myself a little bit of... Can you see that?
Yeah.
So I've cut to just to the right of my embossed line, right? This is a line 4 magic ruler.
Okay.
So you all know what it is, right?
Oh, yeah,
line 4 magic ruler, right? Now, here we go. We're making the box for this. I'm going to take 2 different colours of cardstock.
Okay.
And I'm going to start here. And I'm going to put this in the middle, right?
Yep. This is all in your booklet, by the way.
All in your booklet. And I'm going to start here. And what I do is I put the magic ruler up against the edge.
Okay.
Right? So I'm going to go up against the edge with the magic ruler, draw down the magic ruler. Now, it probably would help you if I used a pen, wouldn't it? Right. Let me use a pen so that you can see. If I'm doing it myself, I use a scoring tool, right?
Okay.
But I'm going to use a pen for you. So, there we go. That size there. Now, excuse the roots, but I'm going to... Oh, look, I've got them.
What roots?
What roots?
Yeah.
If I left enough size...
I thought your hair was looking very nicely. You've had a lot of compliments coming through as well, actually.
Oh,
on your,
thank
hair,
you.
and how great you're looking, considering you've just got off a plane from the States.
Let's imagine I've drawn a line along there. It's the right size. That there, I'm probably pushing it a little bit to fit my, whatchamacallits in. Wibbly wobbly hinges, but, you know, we're close there. And then down this side here, magic ruler, go down there with the magic ruler, right? There we go. So I've done all 4 sides, drawn around that to the depth of the magic ruler. It just so happened. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it on a piece of 12 by 12 because I want you to see it in full effect.
Yeah.
I want you to really appreciate it, right? So let me do it on a matte mirror for you. Matte mirror is going to make it a lot more obvious. Right in the middle. There we go. Magic ruler, get it out. Off we go. So we're down there with the magic ruler, and I'm going to pop that in. Magic ruler down there. Magic ruler, right, roots coming in.
Yeah.
Looking straight down. He's so good out, Jamie. He's gone for the close-up for us.
Yeah, no root cam today.
No root cam today, right? Then back to this one. Magic ruler up against the edge. Right, and then back down here on this one. Magic ruler there. Up to the edge, and off we go, right?
Okay.
So that is the exact right size cardstock
Yeah.
to make a line 4 box for that item.
Right.
Okay, so what you need is you need 2 pieces of card. Oh, might as well have a nice fancy one again.
Yeah.
Oh, that would make quite a nice one, wouldn't it?
It
Oh,
would.
we've done a red one. You like purple? Oh, the silver doesn't go with that, does it not? Oh, this, oh yes.
Oh, yes, there you go.
Oh, yes,
That
right.
is.
So, 2 pieces. And remember the trick is that you need 2 pieces exactly the same. So we're going to cut these to exactly the same size. So I've got them held together.
Yeah.
And we're going to go, and I'm going to just trim 1. There we go. 2. Perfect. Even if I do say so myself. And 3. And then the 4th side here. All right. And because I left my score line on, I've given my magic ruler a tiny little bit of wiggle room, right? I think I've just knocked you a tiny little bit there, so I'm going to make sure you're exactly the right size. So that's the whole trick. This only works if it's exactly the right size,
Yeah.
right? There we go, exactly the right size. So it was line 4, wasn't it?
Was line 4.
So we'll come onto here and we're going to go line 4.
Why am I understanding this better this time than when last time I watched it? Is it because last time I think, are you going to go on to making a
I'm going to go on to doing one
an
with different
irregular
angles.
box?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I've learned I'm going to build you up because
Okay.
I'm showing you the technique first. Last time I just did
Like-
a one with different angles.
Yeah, it was a
so we
funny
were
one.
learning about the angles
Yeah.
as well as learning about the magic ruler technique.
Okay.
This time
You
I'm just
easing
showing
us
you
in
the magic
gently.
ruler. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like that because the thing is, quite often, I know how to do sizing on boxes, right? I just understand it. So you could give me an item, I could get my ruler out, I could measure it up and I could tell you exactly what size cardstock you need to start with and what line to use, right? But I live, sleep and breathe this, and I do think there is an engineering brain in here somewhere. I think, it's just, my dad was an engineer and I think I've obviously got them genes and that's where this all comes from, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to try and teach you how I work all that out. I want to try and demystify it and make it simple for you. So hence what I've done here by doing this magic ruler technique is just showing you how nobody's measured anything, nobody's ever had a ruler out or anything.
No.
The only ruler we've had is the magic one that we made ourselves. Yeah? So here we go. So we're going straight up and cutting the edge. Straight up and cutting the edge. Oh, I can teach you another technique while we're on with this one if you
Oh,
want.
right, why not? Yeah.
How about I show you how to do an aperture for the centre?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so say we've bought this for someone as a present and you want to show them what's inside it because they'll be like, wow, you've got the new door, they've got the Daubers back in stock.
Yeah.
You've done well there. You want them to be able to see through
Yeah.
the project, right? So here
What,
we
you
go.
got the new Daubers and what, 3 for 2 and you give me the free one? You cheapskate.
Right, so if I'm wanting to put an aperture in this now,
Yeah.
all I'm going to do is I'm going to use these score lines and I'm going to come into the next one and I'm going to score. I'm actually going 2 lines along. So I'm going to go 1, 2 lines along here. An extra 2 lines here. So I'm just using the score lines to measure out that aperture for me without having to get a ruler out. Cutting straight down there. Yep. And then all you do, you can see the lines in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, hello.
straight through. Well, I was going to get the
You could use your trimmer on the inside. couldn't
knife
you?
out. Oh yeah, I could have just used the trimmer, couldn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, why do that where you can just stab it there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the most aggressive I think I've ever seen you, Sara. Take that, cardstock. But whatever gets the job done, eh?
Straight through the middle there.
That's it.
Right, 1, 2, 3. You know they call us Sara Scissor Hands.
That's it. Look at her go. Look. Magic ruler technique's amazing, says Cindy. I'm terrible at measuring, and this is definitely going to help me. And Connie says, I've received my edibles with the off to the ball die and the decorative nesting dies. What amazing showstoppers they are. Thank you for the speedy delivery. And Vicky is sending out the compliments today. I love the matte mirror paper. Sara, your pretty face reflection shows just how beautiful this paper is.
I tell you what, we are getting lots of compliments today,
Yes,
aren't
Vicky, you can come again.
Right, so, and I've just done that by eye. This is how I do boxes at home, and I do a lot of boxes. Boxes is my thing, right? Oh, got a little bit of glitter paste on there, but never mind, it's going to look nice, isn't it? Oh, do you know, I'll do that then and you won't see it. Yes, right, there we go. And that took seconds extra, didn't it?
Yeah.
To then put the aperture in. And again, I did not measure the aperture.
No.
The aperture was all measured by the board. The whole premise of the Ultimate is nobody needs to do any measuring.
Yeah.
So
Nobody's
that's why
got
it makes
time
it
for that,
so
have
easy.
they? Nobody's got time for that.
No, life's too short. You just want to
course.
sit there and you want to make pretty things.
Exactly right. Karen Fisher says, I was blown away the first time I saw the magic ruler technique. And Janelle says, the magic ruler is amazing. I love all of these tips. Thank you, Sara. I feel like, again, this is your sort of baby, your sort of demonstration, this. And I only saw it for the first time whenever we last did this show, back end of last year, I think it was. And again, so many people blown away by it. If you've never seen this before, it's all in the booklet. Save this show. And get your hands on the Pro, because these are the kind of things that you're going to be able to do if you've already got the Ultimate Pro. Again, get it out and try all of these things that Sara's shown you today. Replicate them. Get used to using it. And I'm positive.
Practice.
The more you use it, the more you're going to use it, if that makes sense.
Do you know what it is, right? You saw me have curly hair for ages, right? Sorry, straight hair.
Yeah.
That's because I didn't know how to use my straighteners to do curls.
Right.
And then someone taught me how. It was Abby Horn from QVC. Did a tutorial, showed me how to do it. And then once I'd watched her enough times, and then I practiced. And it literally just took so much practicing.
Yeah.
Now I can just pick it up and do it. It takes seconds.
Yeah.
But took the practice, right?
It's like me with the dad jokes, yeah? I used to just have like a couple of jokes, but I just learnt more and more and more and read the books. And now
he's just
I've just
unbelievable.
got hundreds of them.
It's just unbelievable. Are you ready to see if this works? This is the
Yes.
right size box. That
Oh, she's done it!
should
In.
be perfect.
Yes.
I mean, stop it! That's
Get out of
awesome!
town.
That is how you make a custom-sized box. But oh, look at your little Spectrum Noir, you can see
Oh,
it.
it's
And it's just
perfect.
talk about snug fit.
Yeah.
And can you see we've got exactly the right size to allow for those little hinges at the top?
Yeah.
Hashtag a load of awesomeness.
Hashtag awesomeness, yes.
Hashtag. Are you all at a good enough brain space for me to move on to the magic ruler technique with different angles?
I think, are you? Let us know. I think we should do it. Maybe we should do it, yes, right now. Yes. I don't know, producer Nicola. What do you think? So, should we have a break and then do it, or do you want to do it and then have a break?
Well, do you want a chance for people to get a cup of tea?
Let's do that.
Do you want to get a brew?
Yeah.
And
get a
then we'll
brew.
do it, and then you can all have a brew because trust me, you need to let that settle. We're going to build up to the next one.
Here we go. Yeah, do you know what? I didn't want to call it from the floor, but I feel that's a good decision because I think you're going to need a little bit of time, a little bit of the breathing room. Get yourself a cuppa and some custard creams, and we are ready to go. Magic ruler technique is amazing, says Janelle. Mind blown with the magic ruler technique, says Vanessa. And Laura says, I love the mechanical side of creating those boxes. If your mind was blown by that, get ready to see the magic ruler technique taken to another level in just a few moments' time. Because what do you do if you want to make a box for something which has got a bit more of an irregular shape? How do you go about doing that? Well, you'll find out the other side of this short break.
Check my emails, then lay the shows out in the studio, set pack shots up. Then I will get new polls, pick shows, solve any problems that need solving. We deal with other teams. We receive marketing suites, we receive boards. We pick samples to send to Hobbymaker. We pick samples to send to QVC. We will take the previous shows out of the studios, set the new shows up. We do floor manage occasionally, not all the time, making sure that the craft expert presenters have everything at hand that they need. Anything that they haven't got during shows, we will run about and get the products for them. Think on a morning when it's really quiet, I can get more done when there's nobody else in the building. Night owl. Coffee on a morning, tea the rest of the day. Savoury. Normally lunchtime. Craft along. mobile phone. Christina's chicken wrap. Barry White, you're my first, my last, my everything. Go home and make the tea.
Day to day looks like, on a normal day when I'm working from home, get up, breakfast, quick phone call with my daughter, and then I'm up in the craft room and I spend all my time in the craft room. If it's spending a day with the grandkids, that's it. That's my best part of the day, just spending time with family and those gorgeous little grandkids of mine. The best part of the day when I'm at work is when I go on air, because I absolutely love it. Both. I prefer a shower in the morning. I feel fresher. I feel that I can tackle my day. However, depending on how that day's been, I also would have a double shower, so I'd have one in the morning and one at night too. Absolutely, 100% coffee. Will always be coffee. And flavoured coffee is my favourite at the moment. Dare I say, it's a full English breakfast, the full works, the beans, the tomatoes, the bacon, the sausage, and everything else that goes with a traditional English breakfast. After long, every day of the week. I absolutely love going through the stage from the start of a project to the end of a project. So craft along is definitely my favourite choice. I can't leave without my lipstick. It's a given thing. I once didn't have a lipstick on me and Leanne helped me out that day. Kick off the shoes, sit down for a couple of minutes, just gather my thoughts and then grab my tea.
Alex just says, whoa, what a show, Ben and Sara. I do learn so much. Beautiful. I'll probably try to make boxes and envelopes. Listen, Alex, thank you so much. And yes, save the show, come back and watch it at time to suit. And it's one of those as well, I don't know if you're like me, you probably are. I feel like I learn a lot of things and some things stay, other things go. And then when you come to use the knowledge that you thought you had and it's not there, and you're like, we should save the show. So just save this show and it will be there on YouTube forever. So put it in your playlist. Thank you, amazing, says Brenda. Sara, no, sorry, I've read all the words in the wrong order. It actually says, Sara, you are amazing. Thank you. Read it in order, Ben. You've been doing it for 44 years. It's not hard. And Deborah Capalucci Benson says, I've taken out my Ultimate Pro and I'm having a aha moment looking at each of the boards and now realising what they are used for. That, Deborah, makes us smile because it means that this show is working. Because as much as we obviously want you to jump in and grab this if you haven't got it, if you've already got it and you're not sure how to use it, if you're having that aha eureka moment, then we're doing the job right, which is brilliant. Kirsty D says, my Ultimate Pro is definitely an essential and probably the most used of all my tools, and it has its own little table. That's on the up news. On the down news for Kirsty D, she says, I've got no custard creams. I had the last of them this morning. I do have some custard creams, actually, and you're not far from me, Kirsty, are you? So I'll pop some over later on.
You want to be careful making promises like that. She'll be waiting in for you.
I've got a little gap in between time. Kirsty, let me know, and I'll, shipping and handling charges for me, they're quite high, so you might want to sort of pop to your supermarket. Might be easier. Vicky says, tea, treats with Sara and Ben this morning. I must be in crafting heaven. Listen, you are in crafting heaven because we are currently in the midst of demoing with the Ultimate Pro, and we're going to be doing some more magic rulering, aren't we?
Well, yes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a card. So I'm going to jump back to card making, but I'm going to do a card that's a different shape. I'm actually going to do one that ends up in the shape of like it's got a diamond point at the top and then some wider angle ones at the side. So if I can show you some different sides and it's a unique shape, then we'll make a magic ruler for that shape card. So I'm going to do a jump up card first.
Yep.
So I'm going to get myself a little bit of that fancy card stock. It's just choosing which design to do it with, isn't it? There's some lovely ones. I do
Maybe
quite
just
like
sort of
that.
flick and then, oh, you've picked one.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I picked one now. Yep. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this in half so it's 6 inches wide.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go 6 inches like this. Yeah, that would be nice. So we could make 2 of these out of one sheet if we wanted, right?
Yep.
Now, watch what I'm going to do. So with a jump up card, it's a while since I've made one, so I'm just going from memory here, guys.
Okay.
I'll tell you what I do need to do. I need to make this to the size of A4, which is, this is 12 by 12 at the moment.
Yeah.
And it's 297 is A4. So I need to cut 3 millimetres off the end.
297 by 150, you said, didn't you?
No, it's
297 by 75.
No, 297 by 210.
Oh, 210.
But I did say it was 115. You're right, I was wrong.
Ah. Oh, I see,
I
that's
did say
stuck
it,
in my mind.
And you're stuck in your mind. Yeah.
297 by 210.
Ironically, this is 297 by 150 now.
Ah.
Yeah. Boom. Very
Boom.
good. Right. So what you're going to do is you're going to put the half fold line in, which is this one here. So I'm going to score it in half, right? You're then going to put the gatefold line in, which is here. So half fold and the gatefold, right? Then I do need to work out, this is a half of A4. So you're going to mark gatefold A4 at the top, right? And then watch what we're going to do. I'm going to put, what else was I going to do? I was going to put gatefold A4 here and gatefold A4 there, right? And then I'm going to join up these 2 lines to make a bit of a point. So we'll get a point there. This is in the instruction booklet, by the way, guys, not this size one, but this technique. So don't worry if you, I suppose you can always record this and go back and watch it, can't you, right?
Yeah.
So folded them into a point there.
Page 10.
Then I'm going, oh, he's good, he's on it. Then I'm going to go from here right down to this one here.
Okay.
And I'm going to go all the way down there like that. And I'm going to come from this one at that line all the way to up there like this. And I'm going to, am I going right there yet? Does that look right? Yes, it is. Right. So what happens is it's going to make a diamond. Does my diamond look a little bit off-centre to you? I think it does. Is this better side? Oh, yeah, that's exactly right. I'm going to do it again just to show you, because I'm just looking at that and I'm thinking it's a little bit skew-whiffy, right?
Okay.
So, look, as long as it's at half fold A4 width, which it is, it should be, because that's what I cut it to. When you do yours, it'll be at this width here, half fold A5, if you do the one that's in the booklet. So, halfway point, all right? Then I'm coming gatefold A4, gatefold A4, half fold A4 comes right along, gatefold A4 comes along here, and then we're just going to go and join these lines up from there to there and across the middle.
Yep.
From there. Oh, did you say yep because you're following or just because you're being polite?
No, I'm following.
Well, that's a good sign for me.
And I'm also looking at the page in the booklet. And it is all, as I say, everything there is, and literally everything that you've done so far is in there for you. So you don't have to panic too much. So you've got the backing of the show, and then the backing of the booklet, which is thorough. I mean, it's a big booklet. This.
I know.
20.
I spent a lot of time working on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So you always fold away from yourself. Wherever you score on the top, you always fold it so that the score line comes right through there. All right. Okay. So I'm giving that a nice crease. I'm going to give this one a lovely crease. These come down here. And you'll see this is how you do a jump up card. All right. So we're going along there and then along here like this. These 2 fold in. This folds in. I'm going to just fold these over the other way. So once you've folded them one way, you can go and fold them the other way as well. Fold them both that way. Fold them this way. You're going to fold that way now. There we go. And then what should happen is, yep, we just fold that in. That makes the jump up card like that.
Such
all
a
right,
cool
so
card.
that folds into there like that. And then that rain again.
What is the weather like up here, honestly?
Just ridiculous. Just
Honestly.
ridiculous. There we go. So if you see it from the front,
Yeah.
see, it come like this and it just goes whoop, whoop, and it makes that lovely diamond pop forward. Not really clever.
Yeah.
And then what I always like to do is I put a little bit of tape in that one there, all right? stick that down there so that then that forms that shape. Now, the reason I've done a jump up card, guys, is you can now see that's a really unusual shape card, right?
Yes.
So you could actually put this in an envelope. This will go in a 6x6 envelope, but I'm going to show you how to make an absolutely beautiful and totally perfect box, right? So I'll just give you a nice little crease there, and we're going to go into the box, right? Now, a little bit of a tip, just to make life easy. I'll put a little bit of tape in here, like this,
Okay.
so that I can just stick it all down. There we go. So you're just going to go flat for me to make the box with, right? Right. Box.
Box. This looks a bit more complicated.
It is.
Right.
I'm going to go... That would be nice, wouldn't it, for the top?
Yeah.
Which one do you want?
Well, no, I'm not playing that game.
Oh, I was actually going to let you pick.
No, because... are you staying on that one because you like that one?
No, I don't have to. We can go to any one.
I like that one.
You like that one?
Yeah.
I'll have that one.
You've chosen it!
Yeah, you can have any one you want. And then I'm going to have another sheet for the bottom. Do you want to choose your colour?
Ooh.
Do you want the blue to match it, or...?
Blue to blue.
The matte mirrors are sometimes a little bit easier to see on camera.
Yeah.
You want like
Okay,
a
we'll
matte
go for a
copper?
matte mirror. Oh, that's quite
Yeah.
nice.
Yep, right. So I'm going to use this as my base. You should always make onto your base, because then if you put little marks on it, doesn't matter if it's underneath,
Oh,
right?
good. Yes, good tip.
So we're deciding how deep we're going to make our box. Now, it doesn't need to be very deep, because it's just a card.
Yeah.
Whereas that other project needed to be really deep.
Ah, yes.
So look what we're going to do. I'm going to bring this in, and I'm going to go. So you always use your box. You should use your box base for your magic ruler.
Okay.
So let's have a little look. I'll use a little bit of that scrap card. So should we go, maybe it's line 2, and then it makes it an inch. Because if we go line 2, make my box an inch, and that's a nice size by the time you put some decoupage or some flowers or something on it. Yeah?
Okay,
So box base, so I'm going to score along number 2 box base. Right, so this is a magic ruler. Line 2,
Yeah.
which is 1 inch. Yep. So we've got that. So you can save these magic rulers.
Oh, yeah, that's a great
Yeah,
idea.
because it's the same size. It's not specific to that project. It's specific to the depth of box.
Yeah.
And remember, when you trim off your magic ruler, you're going to leave a little bit on the edge, right? So I'm going to leave. So you leave your score line, and it's hard to see. It might be easier to see it from the other side. You've left the score line on the edge there. Oh, he's coming in for a nice good look. I'll put that on a different colour background so that you can see it a bit easier. Yeah, can you see that score line on the edge there?
Yeah.
Just about, lovely. Yay! Don't get too close, my nails are growing out a little bit. Right, here we go. So, that is our magic ruler. So, I'm going to do this. Now, I wouldn't, at home, to waste the minimal amount of cardstock, I'd be strategically positioning it down the corner.
Yes.
I'm just going to go in the middle for you, right?
Okay.
And I'm just going to put a little bit of tape on here so that this does not move for the purposes of the demonstration.
Right.
So I'm going to come round with my magic ruler, and you stick down there. So magic ruler around the edge, right?
Okay.
Magic ruler round this edge.
See, I'm even understanding this part more than I did last time now as well, and I don't know why.
Magic ruler. You just need to watch it more.
Yeah.
Magic ruler, and with that pointing out a little bit, I'm going to give it a little bit more at the bottom. Right. Coming round here. Magic ruler, and then coming round this edge here. Magic ruler. Right.
Yeah.
So that is exactly the right size to make the box for that project, plus an inch deep, right? So there we go. 2 pieces of cardstock. Hold them together nice and steady while we're coming to our trimming. There we go. So
Whilst you're trimming, we can say hi to Laurie, who says the piece you cut off can go into the inside of your card, no waste. Evelyn says good morning from beautiful Colorado, and Karen says I made a bunch of those jump up cards a couple of months ago, and I put a big butterfly on them. That would look nice, actually, a little butterfly.
Nice.
And Vicky says, by the way, I love both of my CC guillotines. I keep the small one on the table, large one right next to the table. You must have both guillotines. We do have a deal on the guillotine, which we might show you in just a little while. She also goes on to say, I'm loving the show. I feel like I'm having a private class with Sara and the bonus of Ben.
Nice.
Yeah, it is like a private class with Sara, isn't it, really? Anything you want to see, feel free to ask. You've got about 20 minutes though, that's all.
Oh yeah, any last requests, guys, get them in. Get them in. Now, I've done something wrong here.
Oh no.
No, it's all right, but I'll explain it to you, right?
Okay.
What you should do is, I'm now going to have to make me box with this on the inside, right? Because can you see, it might not be exactly the same. No, it's not.
Yes.
Can you see it's not the same exactly on both sides, right?
Yeah.
So it's all right though. I'm going to make this inside and this outside. Yeah?
Yeah.
So this is still the inside of the box, but I'm going to have the inside of the box with the shiny on the inside instead of the shiny on the reverse. Okay?
Yeah.
So it's not quite wrong, but it's... So usually if I was doing that at home, guys, I would you must turn your cardstock back to back while you're doing it. Because really, you want that on the top of the box and that on the bottom of the box. So you need to have your two pieces of card exactly the same. If you haven't got exactly the same shape, which you can see there that I haven't, I now need to make them like this.
Okay.
Yeah, with that on the top and that on the bottom, but the inside. Yep. So here we go. I'm going to make the base, and I'm going to start off by actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw around another piece and make it perfect. So let me just get a different sheet of card perfect. So that would be that way, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to, so that we don't waste any cards. So this is what I would do. You see, I would put it right on the bottom. Here we go, round there. Right. Oh,
hello.
Right.
Oh,
hello.
oh, hello.
Right, I'm going to get this perfect, and I'm going to make you the box up on the other one wrong so that you understand why we do something.
Okay, I think. So,
All
hang on, so
will
you're going
be
to do it
revealed.
wrong and right?
I'm going to do it wrong with the one that we've cut wrong.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do it right
Gotcha.
with this one.
Right.
Okay, so
Wrong.
have you guys understood? That is how you need to be cutting your card, with that on the outside, that on the top, right? So this we know is our incorrect one, but let me show you what you're not going to do.
So when you do
right?
the initial measure on the base, you need to make sure you do it on the
underneath of the base.
On the side you're not going to...
Yes,
Yes.
which would make sense.
Yes.
Especially if you're using pencil, then you rub your pencil marks out on the inside of your card, aren't
Yeah.
they? That's what you should do.
Yes.
Right, so let me just show you if I was doing my box base. What you don't do, and why it doesn't work, is watch this. If I go like we were making a normal box, Ben, and I go on all four sides like this, all right, this will perfectly illustrate why it doesn't work. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then you do all the sides as though you would just imagine it was just a normal square box.
Right.
Yep, so you haven't adapted and done anything different.
Yes.
You've just made it as a normal square box, right? So we're going all of these, right? And what you'll find is these are fine. So we're going up there. Yep, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Even this one's quite fine because it was a 90-degree angle, right? So if you try to do it the same,
Right, yeah.
like that, and then I'm going to go like this, right? Watch this. That doesn't, can you see? So if I just show you here, and I might show you that on the corner. So that there,
It doesn't go round, does it? No, you've got like a
can you
gap.
see? Yeah, no, with a hole,
Ah,
right? So that is how it doesn't work.
right.
So we need to adapt this corner.
How do we do that then?
I'm going to show you.
Ah.
Right? So I'm going to do it with this sheet, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to do it, and what you do is, I'm going to score all the way around, just like we did before.
And is this applicable to all irregular shapes then?
All corners that have a non-90-degree angle.
Right.
So that's it. If
That's a
the
good thing
angle's
to
not
remember.
90 degrees,
Yeah.
this is the extra that we're going to do,
Right.
right? So on these two corners here, what you do, use the edge where your handle is, right? We're going to line up against the bottom where the handle is. I want you to put your tool in there, find that groove. So can you see that is in that groove? Yep.
Yeah.
And what you do is you come all the way down to the bottom and line up that with the bottom where the handle is and score down, right? Take that up, twist it round, line that up at the bottom and take it down, right? And then go and rub out your originals. Now, it's a little bit harder on mirror card to rub stuff out, but I wanted you to be able to see it. So if I rub out the originals, right?
When you say rub out, so you're just going back over it on the inside?
Go back over them. Yeah,
Right,
go back over on the inside. On the mirror card, you'll still see it.
Yeah.
But on the other one, you'll see we won't.
Okay.
So this is the only bit we're going to do extra. We're going to find that line. We're going to come down to the edge. And on that edge, we're going to go down, back up into the middle, straighten. And this is it. It's because it's not a 90-degree angle. We are taking it to a 90-degree angle.
Yeah.
These are the two that we work with inside. So you come up, little wedge, normal wedge in the corner, normal wedge in this corner. Ignore your original lines, you're coming up, little wedge, and then this is actually a 90-degree one, right? So now, when I make this up, it's all going to look good because we've used our new 90-degree corner. So whereas the other one didn't work.
I'm the same, Nicola. Mind blown.
Yeah, it's just the engineering and the mechanics behind it. And once you know and you've done it a few times, it'll feel like second nature.
And that's why, again, like when you watch Sara, obviously, even with like the simple magic rule, you're thinking, how on earth? Like, does she do it? Because Sara's made hundreds of these, haven't you? You've made hundreds of boxes. You've done the magic ruler over and over and over. But everyone can get to your level. The more you do it,
it's just practice.
Yeah.
You go back and watch my hair about 3 years ago and see how rubbishy curly it was.
Yeah.
Right? So good. Go back and see how bad Ben's jokes were back then, right?
Yeah, you know.
Practice makes perfect.
That's it.
Right? And this is quite, so look at this, right? So we just fold in, take that up, and now that is the perfect corner.
Yeah.
And I think I'll do the other one on the close-up camera maybe so you can see the alternate, right? So there we go. You just fold that in, take this down, and it'll find, as long as you find those two edges together, so you can see our original score lines and you can see how a million miles out they were, whereas it's going to be just perfect now. Now, do not worry if you didn't follow that, because what we're going to do is do it again with the top one.
Okay.
Right? So now on box lid. Now, a couple of little tips now that you're getting profesh, right? I'm going to score, and I'm not going to go all the way to the end so that I don't have to rub my score line out. So watch this, coming in, and I'm going to come up, and I know roughly to gauge around about an inch from the end. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to go and I'm going to stop roughly an inch from the end. I'm going to come up from the bottom, stop roughly an inch from the end, and then come right down there. So now, what I found is, don't have any score lines to rub out here. Yep. And you're just finding that little tool in there. We're into that groove. We're in the groove, coming right down to the edge, taking it straight down, twisting, coming down to the bottom, and then coming straight down. Yep. So it's the same. Where's the other one? Up here. Finding that groove, coming right down to the bottom, straight down, and then twisting it. And this is the bit that gives you the perfect 90 degree. Should we put an aperture in just because we can?
Yeah, come on,
Yeah,
why not?
so I'm going to go next one in. Just at an inch in there.
And you could, if you wanted a slightly different shaped aperture, you could still use the apertures in
Go and use your aperture cutting.
box as well, couldn't you?
Yeah, so all I'm doing is I'm just using the next line all the way down.
Yeah.
So,
It's all very clever, this. It's all very clever. And all accessible for you guys as well today. Great price for this, honestly.
all right.
Karen's just ordered the Ultimate Pro. Karen Cronin,
Excellent.
looking forward to using it, says Karen.
Do you know, what I love is you'll be able to come back and watch this tutorial and just try and do everything that we've done.
Yeah, and it's fresh in your mind now, and you know where the show is. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to have to go searching for it. You know where the show is now. So if you're buying it today, it's a great purchase. And look at all of the things that you can now try that Sara's shown you over the course of the last couple of hours. And like we said, Sara, if people want more, I mean, there must be hundreds of hours online of you.
Oodles and oodles and oodles.
Oodles.
Oodles. Oodles and boodles, right. Okay, so, and look, I'm never precise with me aperture cutting.
Yeah.
I mean, that will absolutely do the jobby like that, you see.
Round we go.
Round you go like that. Just smoothing you off, and then all the way around. So I'm just going to assemble this, and this should be the perfect size for that unique shaped card. But can you see why I started you off with the more basic one? Like you said, now you've understood that magic ruler technique, whereas I feel like you're kind of admitting now that you didn't really follow it last time I showed you.
No. I think I did kind of understand it, but I don't think I understood it
quite
as
as
well
much.
as I have this time. I think I followed it a lot more this time round. No, it's true, Nicola. And I think, again, which shows, isn't it? The more you see it, the more you try it, the easier it's going to get for you. Thank you for all the questions, by the way. We will do those in just a second. And thanks for all the love as well. So much love for the show. Raggedy Anna just saying, I'm loving this show. I'm learning so much. I've seen a lot of those messages, Sara. I think people have learned a lot in the show. Whether it's people who are buying it today, because quite a lot of you, I've just heard from producer Nicola, have jumped in and grabbed this. But a lot of people have already got it. If you've got it and you've not used it, hopefully this is the show to have encouraged you to have a play, have a go.
And also, I've still got another 15 minutes, so if there's anything else that you still want to see...
Slider box.
What do you want? A what?
Slider box.
A slider box?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do a slider box.
Slider box, slider box.
I can do whatever you want. Slider box.
Yeah?
Okay.
Is that going to be doable in 15 minutes?
Yeah, I could do slider box in... Oh, yeah, no problem. Okay. For anything special or just any size slider box?
We've got free gift. We've got a vacuum, maybe for one or the other of these, maybe, could we do?
Yeah, I can do either of them.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can do slider box for either of those.
Okay.
Let's start with... Should we start one for your vacuum?
Yeah?
And then if I get time, I'll do one for the free gift as well.
Okay.
Yeah?
Job done.
Job done, right. There's the base. It's exactly for the card.
Ah, there we go.
There's the card.
That is brilliant.
And that's even going a bit skew-whiffy. So can you say, it's not like I'd even measured it. I mean, if I was giving you this as a template, or if I'd done the measurements, I would have done it perfect.
Yeah.
I was going a bit skew-whiffy, and I could tell as I was folding it, I was getting a bit skew-whiffy. But you know what? The whole point was I wanted to show you the box will be... If you make a skew-whiffy card, you can make a skew-whiffy box for the skew-whiffy card. You can make your box however you want it. Boom! That's how you do a magic ruler.
That is magic ruler, mic drop. Lots of you ordering the Ultimate Pro. You all right?
Yeah, I'm just coming over for the...
for Venom. Whilst you're going...
Oops, sorry.
Whilst you're going back as well, few people asking, so is the Ultimate that we've got on the show today, is this the same as the Ultimate you might have bought 5-10 years ago?
It is the same. 2008. I remember it took us about 10 years to update the instructions when it said all new for 2008.
How did they say it?
All new for 2008.
And also, another question, I've seen this a couple of times, but a question from Penny. So she's got an Ultimate, but she doesn't, she says she bought it such a long time ago, she doesn't know whether she's got the UK or the US version. How can she tell?
Okay, so on the UK one, it will say gatefold A5, concertina A5, gatefold A4, right? On the US one, it will say US letter size.
Right.
So if you have a little look, if it says US letter size, you've got the US letter size one. If it says A4 on here, so if these say gatefold A5 or A4 or trifold A4, that's the UK size one.
And also, a few people confuse that we call it the Ultimate and the Ultimate Pro. The Ultimate and the Ultimate Pro, it's the same thing.
Yeah, we just shorten it sometimes.
Shorten it down, so there is no Ultimate.
Sometimes we also just call it the Pro.
We do, yes.
Yeah.
But it can be confusing because we also have the Gemini Pro. It's all Ultimate Pro, Pro, Ultimate, Pro, Alt. We call it all sorts of things.
Call it whatever you want.
Yeah. Right. Slider box?
Right, slider box. And also, I forgot to say, you get the boxer free with this as well.
Yes.
Now, the boxer works exactly the same way as the box making in here, except instead of just having a line every half an inch, you get one every 1/8 of an inch.
Right.
So these follow all of your sizes for every 1/8 of an inch. And then on the other side at the bottom here, it says box base, and you read backwards for all of the ones coming from there. So this is box lid coming this way. This is box base going that way, right? So let's have a little look. Here's the vacuum, right?
Yay.
So we need to know how big of a magic ruler. Craigie, right? Let's get you measured up, right? So assuming you're coming on here, I'm going to say you need to be around about this height.
Right.
This is why I've used the boxer, because you need more accuracy.
Oh, okay.
So the box is going to be 4 3/4 of an inch. No?
Right.
Yeah. No, 4 3/8. Should we just go 4 1/2?
4.5. Yeah, makes it easier, doesn't it?
4 1/2 inch deep box, right? So this is a magic ruler. 4 1/2 inches.
And you'll keep that again for
Next time I make a 4 1/2 inch magic ruler.
Yeah.
Yep, right. So here we go. Come on, we're going to cut down straight in. Remember, you leave the score line on,
Yep.
just cut to the right a bit. I've probably left maybe a little bit too much there. There we go. Just take a little sliver off there. Perfect. Right. Now, what cardstock would you like? Do you think she matches that well, or she'd match this one that you liked, didn't you? Or
I did actually like that one, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll do that, right?
Oh,
And then also, which one do we want for underneath?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Right, what did we learn last time as a big tip that we're not going to forget?
Oh yeah, do it the right way. Upside down on the side you're not going to use.
Right.
Almost. Yes.
Okay. Right, I want to get this box square, so do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start here, like that, right?
Have you set yourself a bit of a tough challenge here now?
Oh God,
You wish you
I
hadn't
don't
done
think my
this?
cardstock's big enough.
Ah. Is he a bit too big?
Yes, he is,
Oh.
he is. Oh,
Vernon!
Vernon. I mean, does he have to be 4 1/2 inches, or can we make him a bit smaller?
You can make a box of the free gift if you want.
No, I'm committed
No,
now.
you're committed to do it now.
I'm committed, right.
She's in.
Right, I'm gonna trim him down.
Okay.
Vernon, you're getting trimmed.
Oh,
And then I'll be... I can do it. He's dropping
a
sprinkles
bit
everywhere.
nervous, Vernon.
Right, so I don't even know how big he was, 4 and 1/4 inches. Right, 4 1/8 of an inch.
Could you not take his bottom off and then do that
Oh,
separately?
yes, I could.
There. Yeah, you see?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love how we're just improvising.
Yeah.
I could have just got some bigger cardstock out as well, but you know.
Well, you know.
Right, so it comes down there. Oh, yes, I'm totally going to make this now.
There we go.
Right.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Right, so he's now only 3 1/2 inches. We are absolutely onto a winner. Right, 3 1/2 inches. You trim down there. He's just losing weight. He's disappearing in front of us, quite literally. Right, right, Vernon, mate. There you go.
Right, pal.
Right. So I'm going to measure it up to the side like this. Look, and I'm going to position him on there.
Yeah.
I'm eyeballing. I'm looking down like this.
Like what?
And I'm just eyeballing. All right.
Yeah.
If you look at it from the front.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah. Like Popeye.
Just looking at the side, right? So
Yeah.
there's that, right? That comes down here. So now comes down to there. Yeah, so that's there. And then that's there. Yep, it's good.
Okay.
And then got to leave space for his eyes. That's there. Right, Like there. Like that, right? And then he's going to on top like that. Just going to face like this.
Just whilst Sarah's doing that.
And then if we go like that. That's the perfect size. Flap.
Yeah.
Right, lid off. That is the perfect size. And how big was my magic ruler in the end?
Yeah.
It was 3 5/8. 3 5/8. Just shows you how accurate you can get, doesn't it?
Yes.
Right, so I'm going to trim this now, both pieces, do my box 3 5/8 of an inch. Vernon, you're getting a new home.
Yeah, it's back time. Comments coming in. Inspired brilliance, says Bev. Definitely motivated to try this out. Thank you, says Karen. How inspiring. I'll be trying out all of these on my Pro. What a show. I don't know, Shireen, if we're going to get a chance to do it. Probably not. But you can go back and watch previous shows. Shireen says she's forgotten how to use the bow maker on the...
Get us some ashtrays for some ribbon and I'll
we can
try and squeeze
one at the end. You're a star. An absolutely amazing demo, Sara, and so entertaining, Lorraine. Sara, you talk. I'll go and get some ribbon.
Right, 3 5/8. 3 5/8. 3 5/8. 3 5/8. And Vernon, are you fitting in there? Oh, like a glove, like a glove. Oh, do we want to do the fancy fold over bit at the top? Hey, Debs, Right, I'm going to go 2 inches. No, I'm going to go 1.5. 1.5 and give it a nice fold over. Right. So this is, you know, if you go back to the second box making technique that we did, and I give it that little bit of a fold over. I've gone fancy, I'm doing the fold over, Ben.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, oh, he's brought ribbon as well. We'll do Vernon a nice little bow to go on the top, right?
Make a little bow tie.
There's that, right? 3 5/8 of an inch, so watch what we do. We'll come along here. That is the other piece of that, isn't it? Yes, it is, right? And we'll come along to 3 5/8, right the way up there.
Yep.
Come along, it's very important, don't measure from the top, always measure from the bottom.
Yes.
3 4 5. I mean, talk about accuracy. To be able to make a box that's exactly 3 5/8 of an inch deep.
Everyone's loving the enthusiasm, loving the challenge. Vicky says, looks like Sara loves the challenge and the enthusiasm is infectious. She does love a challenge, Sara. You set it, she's going to do it one way or t'other.
Right.
She'll get it done.
Right, now,
yes.
if you ever have an issue like this, where your sides of your box are higher than the bottom, right? I'm going to have to teach you an extra little technique here. This is a nice little Brucey bonus, right?
Little Brucey bonus.
So start just going like a regular box,
You
right?
know, you've only
So
got
cut
5
these in.
minutes left, don't you?
Oh yeah, be fine.
Are we going to be able to get the bow in as well, though?
Yeah, be fine.
Okay.
It'd be fine, it'd be fine.
Yeah.
Right, so 1 2 3. It's just, I want to show all this stuff.
No.
Right, so watch what happens, right? If I just put glue on these now,
Yeah.
it's too wide. Can you
Ah.
see it's just a little bit too long, right? So don't worry, just come and trim a bit off the edges.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if it's too big, didn't panic.
Didn't panic,
Didn't
Lake
panic,
Man.
just cut a bit off the edge like
Right,
that.
aye.
Right?
Yeah.
Boom.
Here we go. You're such a gift, or you have such a gift, Sara, says Dawn. Sara, all your crew is just wonderful. Meeting people from different countries than mine is so cool. Thank you for what you created for us. Loads of love coming at the end of the show. Kathy says, I've got my Pro and I use mine, but I love all the new ideas and concepts thanks to Sara. And Geraldine says, I already have this, but I didn't understand the magic ruler, but now I am beginning to get it. Which is music to our ears.
That's what we're here for.
That is it. More
Right.
magic ruler boxes, please. Want to see those over on Facebook once you've done them. And so you can send your pictures in as well if you like. We'll show them in the later show. Cartload coming up tonight, live from 5.
Live from 5.
Live from 5.
Right, so who remembers this technique from before? Yeah, where we just did the extra bit. Then remember what I showed you? We went in on the corner, straight, like this, cut the wedge, and then you cut all these extra bits away. Following? Yep,
Yeah.
so we'll come in from the angle, straight, cut the wedge, in from the angle, and then cut the corner away. Jamie's telling us I've only got 3 minutes. I might not get me board on.
No.
I am going to finish Vernon's house,
Yeah.
right?
You definitely made bows on the last show.
Oh, there's hundreds of videos of us making bows.
Yeah.
Just go and search Sara Davies bow making on YouTube and you'll find
you'll
us.
find loads.
Right.
Shireen.
Right.
It would have been cute for Vernon to have a bow, but sadly we are rapidly running out of time.
You never know.
And we
Right.
can't extend the shows anymore like we used to back in the old
Right.
days. It's all got to be to time. All got to be to time.
Right. 2 minutes to finish Vernon.
Come on, Vernon.
Vernon's
Very,
house.
very excited.
Right.
Got a snazzy little house.
Snazzy little house for Vernon. Come
Aye,
on,
aye.
pet. Right. Oh, off you come round. 3, 4. Just making these box bits. I hope everyone's following what I'm doing because
Yeah,
I've stopped
just-
explaining. But you can see it.
Yeah,
And it's all, we're just building on techniques that I've been doing in the other 2 hours. Right?
that's it.
And then
Make sure you save the show. Go back and watch the earlier hour if you didn't see it. Pick up your Pro as well. We've had loads of people shop and buy it in this show, which is brilliant. And look at that. Boom! Yes, it's gone!
I mean, it was not perfect. I also realised it's not a slider box.
Oh, yeah! Never
I
mind.
got so carried away. Right, I am going to make a bow. I am going to make a bow.
You got 1 minute 20.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, here we go. Challenge Sara. This is this is brilliant. Where's the little bits? There you
Right,
go.
bow making pegs.
Yeah,
right,
pegs.
so you go, you put your pegs in, depending on how big you want your bow, right? All you do is you get your ribbon, all right? And I'm going to show you on the close-up one here, right?
Yeah.
So you go around,
Yeah.
you cross these in front of you, right?
Yeah.
Take the piece at the top, goes underneath, you come back over and you tie a knot.
Boom.
And that is how you make an absolutely perfect little bow.
And if you want bigger or smaller ones, you just move the pegs,
Just
right?
move the pegs, move
Yeah.
the pegs, and we can do a bigger one. We're going to do exactly the same, go around, cross, piece at the top, goes underneath, comes back over, tie a knot, and how many seconds have we got left?
20.
Oh man, I could have done 3.
What a show. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much, Sarah. Have a brilliant break. I know you've got a bit of a break. And also, happy birthday for next Tuesday.
Ah, thank you. Yes, I'll see you on Wednesday. And I'll be 40.
I can't believe it. You only look 30. I'll see you in 2 hours' time, live at 5 o'clock. Let me tell you, bye.